Welcome to Decision Point again on Lagos Television. My name is Omololu Rosonwo. On the 15th of August, precisely on Saturday, Osun people will be going to the polls to elect the governor of their choice. 14 political parties will be taking part in that election, of course, and we know that it is going to be with three-horse battle, and that will be between the APC, the All Progressives Congress, the ADC, the African Democratic Congress, and also the Accord Party, the AP. Now, preparations are actually on in Osun State to ensure that this actually comes to being. We have a guest that will be linking us from Osun State via Zoom. If that doesn't work, we'll take the audio and the picture of the guest. But before we take him on, let's quickly take tidbits on Decision Point. Then we'll introduce our guests. Stay tuned.
Oyinlola Turaki-led PDP structure back APC governorship candidate for Osun Poll. They hint their support for the candidate they believe could provide inclusive leadership and a different direction for the state. Accord Party's presidential candidate, Christopher Imumole, declared support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Imumole, who withdrew from the 2027 presidential race, says Tinubu has shown the ability to navigate the country's complex political and economic challenges. Wike denies lobbying for APC campaign council DG. He reiterates his unflinching support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying he will ensure APC victory in Rivers State and the FCT. INEC extends deadline for submission of nominations for state elections to August 11. The extension of the upload to the Commission's dedicated portal follows appeals from political parties.
You're welcome again to Decision Point on Lagos Television. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a three-horse race. That's why we have 14 political parties that will be taking part in the Saturday, August 15 election in Osun State. And the race will be between the APC, the ADC, and also the Accord Party, and also other political parties. From Osun State, we have somebody that will be discussing with us on preparations in the state and also preparations of some political parties in the state. I have with us from Osun State, Olalekan Oni. Lekan, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Clearly, I can hear you clearly, sir. Me too.
Okay, yes. Nice to link up with you from Osun State. So, how are preparations in Osun State there? Because we know that the Osun people, the state of the living spring, is coming up with the election on Saturday, August 15. So, what is the enthusiasm like in Osun State there?
Well, precautions are informed there by all political parties. INEC is also ready for the election. If you go out in the state INEC office, you will see preparation, you will see that security have been built up around INEC office because we know that sensitive material have arrived at the INEC state office INEC headquarters in the state. We've also seen security operations, security personnel trooping into the state. The Nigeria Police Force promised that 15,000 personnel will come in to, man elections and all of that. And then today, we saw some of the men of the Nigeria civil defense coming into the state as well. The Ministry of Interior promised that 10,000 civil defense officers will come for the election. So, security-wise, preparation are informed there. Political parties also have time to round up their campaigns across the state. And we've seen that the APC today did their final rally in Istanbul. On Wednesday, the Accord Party will do their final rally, while the APC will do their own on Thursday. So preparations are informed there, and to a very large extent, the state is peaceful and everybody is going about their businesses in a peaceful manner.
Yes, from reports that we're hearing from Osun State, there seems to be horse trading of words and also thuggery, according to what we heard from some members of some political parties. How true is this and what is happening there? Because there seems to be some form of violence. We don't know what is happening. What is the situation?
Well, the situation currently is that, when you are going to, especially on site to elections, I'm not wishing that there will be some, stations from different people. There will be some form of, you can see some skirmish of violence and infightings and all of that, because campaigns are ongoing in different towns, communities, villages, and all of that. So we've had these, you can even say that, it's safe to say that we've had this form of violence from 2025 up to now. But like I said, presently, the police are on top of their game, and then we've had some bit of violence here and there, but largely, like I said, it is peaceful largely, and people are still going about their normal business. And also, the security agencies have also assured us that we are going to have a very peaceful state before the election, during the election, and after the election. So we can avoid such police and believe that they will safeguard lives and property of all citizens and residents of the state.
So Nigerians would want to know, why is it that political parties and their members will sign pacts, peace pacts, and at the end of the day, they resolve to something different? Because if you have said you will maintain peace and law and order, and you are doing contrary, or your members are doing something contrary, why is this so? Why can't politicians stick to what they say they will do in terms of peaceful conduct, in terms of peaceful participation in polls in Nigeria?
Well, what I see is that, first of all, let's have it and let's establish the fact that we usually have overzealous party members. When you talk about peace accord, 10 political parties are going for peace accord. Those that goes to the meeting to sign the peace accord are leaders of the party. If you look at the peace accord that was signed last week in Osun State, in Istanbul, the current governor was at the meeting who signed the peace accord. We have the deputy governorship candidate of the APC who signed the peace accord, and we also have, I think, some other candidates of the party. And that should tell you that I'm looking for mentors, go through this moment of chaos across the people, and not necessarily the leaders, at the location of crisis that you have every year. Sometimes you can have some of these leaders around, but I'm saying that majority of those who engage in violence or crisis or chaos across the state, majority of them are members of the party. To say also that, political leaders also have a role to play in this, because some of the statements he make, either at campaign rallies or some of the press releases that spokesperson issues there, so fuels this violence. You know, in a situation we've had at campaign grounds where particular candidates have met him in his palace, he will have touched them. That's the we had situations whereby leaders or spokespersons of political parties have issued press releases that can lead to violence, you know, that fuels violence. So when you have all of these statements by leaders, you know, these shielding by leaders, you also have on good authority, also have still in the news, the still video whereby political leaders are shielding accused persons. We've had pictures whereby we see wanted criminals across the state in pictures with political leaders. So when you have all of these things, you cannot wish away violence. So, and you know, so it is beyond leaders signing a peace accord, or it is beyond leaders saying that they want a peaceful and free and fair elections. Whatever they seek, put it into action. And that's what I think that can put a stop to whatever election violence we usually experience during campaigns and during elections.
Okay, I'd like to put you on hold for now. I want to try and link up with somebody from Osun State too that will also speak to us on issues that has to do with Osun polls. I'm linking up now with Dotun Hassan. He is the special advisor to the Osun State governor on legislative matters. Dotun, are you with us too?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to be on your program.
Yes, it's nice coming on board. I've been speaking earlier with Olalekan Oni, a member of the digital media campaign team of the APC in Osun State, and he's been talking to us on preparations for the election. Now, from your own party, I know you work for the governor as the legislative aide, special advisor on legislative matters, rather. So, how prepared are Osun people for this election?
Well, I can give 100% assurance that the governor of Osun State, Executive Governor Senator Jackson Ademola Adeleke, have the full support of the people of Osun State ahead of the 15th August gubernatorial election. I can give this assurance with what I've witnessed and what every other person is singing, and they are more enthusiastic about the swearing in of the governor because they are even looking beyond the election, whereby the governor has gained over 85% support of the people of Osun State. So, and that alone is a big applause based on the governor's landmark achievement. You know, the governor is not just earning this love on a platter of pessimism. He has earned this on the premise of his landmark achievement from infrastructural development, which is very crystal clear to everyone that from every corners of Osun State, from Ile-Ife, today we are just commissioning the Lagere Bridge before the Oni of Ife, and Oni of Ife prayed for the governor as Omoluabi Pataki Odua, that is a governor after God's own heart. It is, you know, it's a testament of his achievement. Not just that he has announced today that all the kings, all the obas in Osun State will be earning their 5% from predation account, adding to his education landmark achievement in the area of health sector, in agric, even in payment of salary, which is the fulcrum of the economy of Osun State. Osun State is a civil service state. It's mainly civil servant state, and you can be rest assured from pensioners, none have been owed till date. The monthly salaries of state civil servants are duly paid as at when due. Alongside, the governor has taken to his shoulder the responsibility of the local government, whereby the government spend averagely of 6.5 billion monthly to pay the local government salary. He spent averagely of over 8 billion to pay the salary of state governors, and these are the basic that he has achieved tremendously. So these are not times to really argue with anyone. It's only a pessimist mind, only a mind that is full of hate only a mind that is not seeing any good thing in the achievement of Mr. Governor that will go on here and be condemning. And we must end the politics of bitterness, politics of intimidation, politics of harassment that is currently being witnessed from the angle of the APC in Osun State.
Well, is that
and these are areas
Dotun?
that is of concern in order to give credibility to the election. And we're employing INEC to be neutral, police to be neutral, all security agents, even observers should be on ground. So let all of us be on ground to ensure that the Osun election is very important, not just to the whole of people of Osun State, to the entire Yoruba land.
Okay, Dotun, let me just cut in there. Let me just cut in there, Dotun. Let me just cut in there. Let me hold on. Let me just cut in there. I spoke earlier with somebody like Olalekan Oni, and he discussed issues of ensuring that there is no violence. What are you doing, and what is your governor doing to ensure that there is no violence in Osun? Because so many political parties, the APC, the ADC, the Accord Party are trading words over this issue, and that they're saying that the people are attacking them, and other parties who are also saying that they are also being attacked. What is your party doing to ensure peace for the credible polls to come up?
Well, from the angle of the governor as the chief security officer of the state, he has always maintained a high level of decorum, and he's living by example because he has not promoted violence and he's not a violent-prone person. We have seen that in his utterances, in his attitude. So, from that end, the governor is a peaceful person, and he has assured the good people of Osun State to stay out of violence, especially the Accord Party members, because Accord is the winning party on 15th of August. So, we believe strongly that we're only just imploring the good people of Osun State to stay off violence, don't allow anybody to provoke you, maintain peace, and ensure that anything that will provoke you, please report to the police, because police is still very important in our society.
Okay,
however,
let me hold your thoughts there. I've heard you. Let me hold your thoughts there, Dotun. I've heard you. Yes, let me hold your thoughts there. Let me quickly go to Olalekan Oni, also is from Osun State. There is there. Lekan, are you there? Lekan, are you there? Hello, Lekan, are you there? Hello, Lekan, can you speak to us? Are you there? Okay, I think we are having issues with connecting with Lekan. I don't know what is happening there. Well, I will have to probably go back to Dotun. Dotun, yes, you were saying something. That's one thing I want us to get clear here. When political parties come together like that, it is all about winning, winning, winning. Why is it that they are not ready when they are losers to say, look, I've lost gallantly and I'm going to leave whatever result it is? Why is it that politicians are not always doing that?
Well, Governor Adeleke is an exception to that, because when he lost election, he went to his drawing board to prepare for the previous election, which he won for his first time. And having proven his mettle and capacity, and he has had that, he's relying on the foundation laid by the first governor of Osun State, who is Yoruba, the other brother, and also from his own capacity and experience, he has shown that he has a sportsmanship spirit. He's not desperate. He's not doing anything out of love to prove himself. Even for the fact that he's a sitting governor, he has not in any way intimidated the opposition. It's the opposition that are using the federal might to intimidate Mr. Governor. So, and this is where it now comes up that politicians should be very weary that it's just only 4 years. They should not do things that will reduce the peace and orderliness of the state. And that's why we are advising the APC leaders from Mr. Oyetola to Ambo, to all the leaders, even the new leaders that have become, don't make this election a peace call. It is not a do or die.
for Mr. Governor, but he is only relying that he has delivered, and people are reciprocating that gesture. Because if you did not perform, Yoruba people are very eager to know if you are not a performing governor. But for a governor, you see the way the civil servants are the one campaigning. He's not even paying, he's not ready, he's not buying votes. He's not even ready to put the state in chaos. So, and he's not a desperate governor. He has maintained high level decorum. So for me, and for every right-thinking Nigerian, are all watching, even when the freezing of the state account came up, which was a big embarrassment to Mr. President, to ensure that he is trusted that to invest. Why Mr. President have equally intervened. So it shows that politicians don't need to be too excited with the impunity of impuning the state into chaos. And
okay.
This is where having signed the peace accord, I expect politicians to align themselves with the letters of the peace accord. But effectively, if you look at what has been going on the social media, the way they lampooned and embarrassed and made provocative statements on media interview, statements that are capable of inciting violence. But at the same time, this is an advantage. Osun State, all registered voters to come out early, vote for a court party, which is the winning team. Even if Mr. Isola is making spurious statements, that is going to even affect Mr. President's success. Because the vote Mr. Governor is assuring Mr. President is an additional.
Okay, yes, I like to, yes,
Mr. President should look within.
Dotun, yes, Dotun, yes, I'd like to pause you for a while, and possibly I'll probably link back with you, but I want to quickly take this report. Then when I take this report, then we'll probably link back to you. There's a report on a court party. We'll link up with that. Once we've done that, I'll come back to you.
With the leadership of the party, made the patriotic decision to withdraw from the presidential race and fully support the re-election of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in the 2027 presidential election.
Professor Imomole is hinging his decision on personal conviction and the capacity of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress to move Nigeria forward.
Yes, many persons had complained about some of the challenges we faced. For us, we believe development is progressive, is continuum. And what we can do is to find a way to support the government so that we can achieve a better country together, particularly in the area of economic transformation, in education, in youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, industrialization, and natural development. We talk about his exceptional leadership capacity. We had also looked at it that if there's one man who has the capacity to unite both the south, the north, the east of Nigeria together, we have to give it to Mr. President.
He commends President Tinubu on the economic reforms and the strategies deployed for governance.
And as a party, we have collectively come together to say that in this coming election, we as a party in accord, myself, Professor Christopher, we are standing and we are queuing behind the president to ensure that we support him, we work fully for him. That is why we are doing it at the early stage. Campaign has not started. You get, we are not doing it, we are not going into the campaign to pretend and say, oh, we are, then later collapse. No, campaign is starting in September. But early enough, as a party that is transparent, we have come out to say this is our stand. And let us say this. This is not the first time we are supporting a candidate that is not in our party. If you remember vividly, in the month of June, I was in Abia State, where we also gave support to the governor of Abia State, despite the fact that he's not a member of a court party, he's in the Labour Party. So there is no hidden agenda to this, rather than supporting the cause, a good cause, and having a Nigeria that will better ourselves and our children.
Professor Imumole adds that youth inclusion in governance has further given leadership direction in Nigeria. Omololu Rosanwo, LTV News.
Yes, that was the presidential candidate of the Accord Party defecting or supporting rather President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, despite being in another political party. He says that the president has all it takes and that he has looked at his economic policies and that he believes that he should continue so that he can make Nigeria better. That was Professor Christopher Imomole of the Accord Party, the presidential candidate. Now, you just said that Professor Imomole has supported President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the second term in office. What's your take on this? Is it not a boost for you, or what are you thinking?
Well-deserved endorsement. We're still a range of endorsement across the country from political parties endorsing President Bola Ahmed for the good work done so far. Said I think I need to put some records about the forthcoming election. I have never man the other time talked to him at the electoral concern. I don't think it's popular. If you are done very well, why do advance the vote back? Let's think that we have seen videos of violence being fought by our court parties. In Modakeke yesterday, 2 APC members were arrested yesterday in Modakeke. In Indonesia on Saturday, our court members and leaders, led by the Commissioner for Environment in Osun State, attacked APC members in Indonesia. These are records, we have the videos and evidences of this violence caused by our court party leaders and members. Also, we have a video how effect leaders were telling Osun State electorates to swear to an oath before collecting 10,000 naira. If the ability is popular, if the ability has done very well, why buy votes in advance? The 20,000 naira sent to civil servants in Osun State, the 20,000 naira sent to common members in Osun State, advance vote back. If the ability is truly popular, if the ability is well accepted by the people, it won't be.
Okay, well, I'm sure I want to believe that that's the much time will. Yes, Lekon. Yes, sorry, Lekon, time is not on our side. I want to thank you for being part of Decision Point tonight on Lagos Television. All I can say, which Nigerians will also say, is that all the players, all the political parties, members should eschew violence and ensure that there is peace so that Osun election can go on peacefully. They will vote for the candidates of their choice and somebody will emerge as winner. So we're just also pushing that everybody should ensure that there is peace and stability in Osun State and by extension to Nigeria generally. I want to thank you, gentlemen. I want to thank you, Dotun Hassan, the special advisor to the governor of Osun State on legislative matters, for coming on Decision Point. And I also want to thank Olalekan Oni, a member of the digital media team of the Osun State APC organization, or campaign organization. Thank you both, gentlemen, for coming on Decision Point. On that note, we have come to the end of Decision Point. 767 and 112 are the lines to always call in times of emergency. Stay out of trouble. Ensure that you contribute your own quota to the development of Lagos State and Nigeria. Bye for now.